Welcome to Musty Millennials. Do you remember the quote reality shows before today's quote reality shows? There was a bevy of dating shows that clogged our airwaves in the 90s. Singled Out, Blind Date, Room Raiders, Flavor of Love. The list goes on and on and on. Speaking of going on and on and on, let's send it over to our hosts. Here they are, Gina and Kyle.
We do tend to go on and on.
I was going to say, I'll take it. It didn't even make me mad because it's true.
No, we deserved that.
As our editor, I think he's entitled to
100%. He hears the droning.
I'm Gina.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Brandon.
What are we doing today?
We're going to talk about dating shows, and there are some sleepers that I forgot about, which are very exciting, and a lot of them were MTV.
I hope that I watched them all. I feel like I would have.
You would have.
You think?
I feel like MTV had like a couple year run where they were just churning these bad boys out.
And
like,
some of them lasted longer than you thought.
Are we going to talk about next?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay,
what was it, Fifth Wheel? Was that another one?
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Maybe. Did I forget that one?
Oh, maybe.
On my list?
I just kind of glanced
Popped
at it.
in your
Well, the
brain.
first one was the one when they go on a blind date. What's it called? Blind date?
It is called Blind Date.
Okay,
they weren't the most creative.
I don't want to get into it.
Date My Mom.
Date my mom.
Yeah, Date My Mom.
Wow. Okay, we got lots to talk about.
Yeah, we have
so
lots to
let's
talk
get
about.
into it.
Yeah.
So what made me feel old?
Yes.
It was actually one that happened to me now like 2 to 3 weeks ago, but I was holding on to it.
Okay.
Because I had shared something about your bachelorette last week, but there was actually 2 things.
Okay.
As you know, we went to what we thought was going to be like cool and hip. Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I do.
We went to a day club, if we can even call it that.
It was like a lawn day
party.
club.
Yeah, it was stupid. Anyway, it was called Maya. It was in Scottsdale. Shout out Maya for sucking.
Yes, and apparently everyone does it. Every Uber driver was like, "Oh yeah, everyone does Maya."
Yeah, like, okay, fine. So we're here.
Sick.
We did it. We dressed up. We got there. First of all, we were overdressed, but like, fine. And it was 1,000 degrees. Just under. Slightly.
It was actually like 108 degrees, no bullshit.
Yeah.
In the middle of the sun, and they put us on a turf lawn.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I arrived first in my Uber, and so I put my card down. She's like, that'll be a $1,500 minimum. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, there's no going back now.
Yeah.
So hope it's fun. She whisks my card away. I don't see it again. I walk inside. We go in the middle, in the center of a turf lawn, to your point. Sun beating down. And there's like, I want to say 4 to 5 tables that she could have sat us with that had,
There was like
about 80% shade.
There was 20 tables.
80% shade. She took us to the table that had 2% shade. And there was, how many of us were there? 7? We were like filing in, sitting on top of each other. It was
Just to be in the shade.
It was horrific. The old bags that we are, we looked at each other. We said,
We can't do this.
we want to return it. We want to take it back. I, of course, don't want to have the confrontation, even though they have my card hostage. And your sister was like, I've got it. She stands up. She walks over. Everyone's looking down at their feet. The poor waitress comes over. She's like, would you like a 700 bottle of Tito's vodka? Like, no, bitch.
Yeah,
I
go
don't.
away. We're actually still looking at them.
And actually, we're looking at the waters because it's 108 degrees. No, we don't want a $700 bottle of Tito's. And we removed ourselves from the situation. And to me, that was so mature. We were so worried about heat stroke that
we walked up to Allie and we were like, what did you say? And she goes, we don't want to do it.
Yeah, I was like, how did you convince them? She's like, I don't know. I just said, we're not doing this. And I was like, Godspeed. Like, that is.
And they tried to convince her. They're like, we'll put you at a different table. And Allie's like, no, I don't think you understand. We're not doing it.
Yeah, like, we're going to die out here.
This is unsafe. No one should be here right now because it was so hot. And it was clearly a venue where a lot of people chose not to be there because there's 15 open tables.
Yeah, it was like not the day.
It was not the day for it.
Well, and Bravetti had looked at the website when we were on our way down on the flight, and she was like, oh, last weekend was the last pool party. They closed the pool. And I'm like, but what happens when it's a heat wave?
Right.
Because it was a little
Crack it back
unseasonably hot.
open. Yeah.
So, like, let's be flexible, Maya.
Right.
Just because, like, the date came that the pool parties end doesn't mean we end the pool parties if it's 108 degrees.
But if we were 22, we would have
That's
done
ridiculous,
it.
especially in Arizona. Like, you close pools in the Northeast during Labor Day.
Correct.
Right.
Because it starts to get cold.
Exactly.
It's 100 degrees.
It's not
in Arizona.
cold.
That's
Let's
so
not
stupid.
stand on circumstance.
No,
Fucking Maya.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, to your point, had we been,
If I was 22 years old, I would have been like, bring
we
it
would
on.
have stayed. We might have died, but we would have had a good time.
We would have had a great
But
time.
It was not the day for us.
And none of us
old
were,
biddies.
were willing to risk dehydration.
And
for
that was the priority.
And then we went to an indoor bar.
And we
where it was cool
ate,
and had the best time.
Dirty bar food through darts and had the time of our lives. So anyway, what made you feel old?
Okay, so my feel old has to do with Tell Me Lies.
Ooh,
And
love that.
I've been watching a lot of it recently. If
Who
you don't
hasn't?
watch it, it's a great show.
You're
But basically,
silly
it's
if you
about
aren't.
a bunch of college students. It's, way dramatized. Our college life was not like this. But in the show, the girl is hooking up with her professor. And my reaction is not, oh my God, that's so hot. She's like so cool. It's someone needs to call your mom.
This is predatory.
Yes. So
the
my reaction is like,
same-
this isn't sexy.
No.
Like, I'm worried about her safety.
So actually, when she first started flirting with him, I was like, oh, Oliver could get it.
Yes.
But then
for me, in my
as-
mid-30s.
Correct. As the relationship started to unfold, I did feel a sense of like, we need to
Protectiveness.
save her.
Yes.
You want to know what? We were right. Because, spoiler alert, it was even more predatory than we realized when they started the relationship.
100%. But my reaction, I think, when I was younger, because I did have a crush on my college professor, was the only reason I went to astronomy class.
Say his name.
I don't remember. But he was
She's
so
lying.
cute. No, I really don't. But it was the only reason I went to astronomy. And I remember, because I never went to class, you know that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would go to astronomy because he was cute. And then I found out he was married. And I was like, that's a bummer. But like, I'll still go and look cute.
Yeah, because he could
And-
just like be eye candy for you.
Sure.
But what if he wanted to hook up?
That's what I'm saying. And I think when I was 20, I would have. But now being
predatory.
in my mid-30s.
Also, in the wake of like Me Too and stuff, we like know better.
yes.
Come on, Brie.
But it like
But you know
spooked me
what?
a little.
That show is set exactly in my time.
Yes.
They started
Our
college
time.
No, you started college a year before me.
All right,
they
fine.
they're freshmen in 07.
It's my time.
No, I'm just saying the author actually is apparently my age, and she went to one of the schools here in Westchester where I went for a very short period of time and is like a local. So she's like one of us. That actually made me feel old. I'm going to tack on because when I learned that, I was like, someone my age is old enough to have sold a book and then sold the rights of that book to a television
Yeah, that's too much.
station. That's not the word. To a platform.
Yes.
To then turn it into a show. But you know what? I also look around on LinkedIn. We got a lot of senior executives.
Yeah.
At
I feel
our
like that's a
age.
title tossed around a lot, but we're
like,
old enough to have senior
We're getting
titles.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're old enough to be senior.
We're adults.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's
for us.
spooky, but
Okay. Here
we'll
we
just
are.
keep doing it.
All right. What made you feel old, Brandon?
I got served this thing on Instagram, and it was like a snapshot of what looks like an old newspaper. And it says 40 years ago, back in 1984, which was the year I was born. And I just want to rattle some of these things off because I was like, holy crap.
Wait, this is what happened in that year? Okay.
Yeah. President Ronald Reagan. Stars born in 84. Scarlett Johansson, Katy Perry, Mandy Moore, Mark Zuckerberg, Prince Harry, LeBron James, Brandon Mim. It says what things cost. Minimum wage was $3.35.
Oh
Whoa.
my God.
A new house was $86,000.
Laughable. As someone who just bought a home, does that kill you?
No.
I know.
Gallon of gas, $1.10. Gallon of milk, $3.98. Pound of bacon, $1.69. Eggs, dozen eggs, $1.
You know, as someone who uses Instacart, I actually have no concept what anything costs. So this is actually having no effect on me.
Average income per year, $24,000.
No.
Yep.
How do you live on that?
Style, members only jacket, acid wash jeans,
Still in.
parachute pants, Converse, Chucks, Reebok high
Converse
tops,
Chucks are still in.
movies, Ghostbuster, Beverly Hills, Indiana Jones. It just, I like saw this and I was like, it has like a Virgin Madonna was the song. It was just crazy. Oh, 80s slang, rad.
I mean, not far off from Bet. So.
yeah, right. Grody,
Oh, yeah, it's grody.
You're so grody.
You're so grody.
gnarly, and this one's funny because I still use this all the time. Dude.
I always use dude.
I
say
always
dude
use
a
dude,
lot.
but that's a 40-year-old
Is
slang
that
term.
like a Big Lebowski thing, or is that a 40
dude?
thing? Yeah.
Maybe.
But that's what made me feel because I saw this. I was like, that's the year I was born. I'm like, holy crap.
That's pretty cool.
Time has
Know what
changed.
happened the year I was born.
But anyway, this What Made Me Feel Old segment is brought to you by Blonde Tenders. At our age, if we're going to Las Vegas, we're not wasting time at the clubs or pool parties like Gen Z. One, we don't have the bodies for it. And two, we don't have the strength or stamina to pull that off. And I know, Gina, you have the gambling itch, borderline addiction, but we're not sitting at the table for 12 straight hours like these boomers getting fed free drinks. We need something to do. We can afford to have a great time, a classy time. Do you know what we need? Blonde Tenders. They handle beverage catering, event staffing, and party rentals. And I do just want to throw this little disclaimer out there to answer some questions from our listeners and to adhere to the advice of our legal counsel. They are not an escort service or brothel. They're the go-to for millennials in Las Vegas. Maybe it's a getaway with friends. Maybe it's a work event, corporate outing in Las Vegas. Check out Blonde Tenders on Instagram at Blonde Tenders. So the next time you're in Vegas, look up our friends, the Blonde Tenders, and tell them the musty millennials sent you, and they'll most certainly hook you up with whatever you need, again, nothing dirty, to have the mustiest, dustiest, crustiest time in Las Vegas.
You want to talk dating shows?
So badly.
Okay. So 90s and 2000s dating shows. And I will say that every generation, and I didn't say from the beginning, but every generation had dating shows. I remember watching like on Nick at Night and shit, like the old Newlywed Game.
Yes.
So dating shows have always been a staple.
Newlywed low-key is still a thing because we like play it at like, what are they called? Bridal showers and shit.
Yes.
It's
a staple of
ingrained.
American culture.
Yeah.
But in the 90s and 2000s, I would argue they got a little out of hand.
I mean, they were reaching for the stars.
No, and
MTV
the
went all
premises
in.
were all very silly and borderline inappropriate,
Yes.
but excellent.
The trashier, the better, is what I say.
And a lot of them were MTV dominated. So I'm just going to roll through some and then we'll go
Do you have
through.
any history? I'm shocked that you don't.
No, because I figured we can't start at the beginning of dating shows. You know what I mean?
Love it.
We know they existed in the Newlywed Game. I just shout out for posterity's sake, you know?
Love it.
All right, so what I'm going to start with is the earliest one in the 90s was called Studs.
Whoa, I don't even know that one.
No, me neither, but the premise is funny. This is why I enjoyed them all, okay?
Okay.
So the way this show works is that two guys, a.k.a. the Studs,
Oh, of course.
they
Is
go
it
out
studs with an S or a Z?
with an S.
Okay, good. Thank goodness.
I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
that would have been one too far.
Yeah.
They go out with three different women, and then they all gather on the show and try to guess what happened on the dates, like with each other.
What?
Yes, and then it's like the game of Clue for dating. And then if you like get it right, you like
As in,
date
like,
the
what
woman.
activity they did, or like,
Yeah, or like
did they kiss?
yes, things like that. So they would just like
Who's guessing? The other?
date,
The
the
other
other
stud.
dudes, the other studs.
The other stud. 'cause
Wait,
there's
it's
Yeah.
just two studs.
Yes, well, the other stud.
Right, is guessing about stud A.
What was this?
Yes.
Was this an MTV or was this a?
No, this was produced by Fox.
Oh.
And aired on local Fox stations. So this was
Wowzers.
I know. I don't know what hour though. It could have been at like 11:30.
I was gonna say it's in the middle. Of
It
the night.
wasn't like
For
8 p.m. It did not get
Studs
a
is not coming out at the dinner hour.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's 2 day class A.
Yeah.
But it was a funny premise. It only lasted for 2 years, 91 to 93. So next we're going to go to Singled Out. Do you remember Singled Out?
Of
Yeah.
course. Is that Jenny, McCarthy?
Yeah.
This is what brought Jenny McCarthy to fame.
And what
Okay.
was the dude's name?
I don't remember. Nor do
He
I have it
wasn't
in my
as
notes.
Regular as
But
her,
he was
he?
like on a bunch
It's
of.
like Rob something. He has like in my mind, a bowl cut.
We all did.
Yeah. Well,
It was
not
the
we,
mid 90s.
The men.
Well, speak for yourself.
True. So single. Actually, I have seen
Chris
a picture of you
Hardwick.
with a little bit of a bowl cut.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Chris Hardwick.
Oh, I said Rob wrong. Another generic white.
Yeah,
dude's
exactly.
name. But Singled Out, I don't actually remember what would happen to make them walk past her and get kicked out. How did it work?
Okay, so this is I actually have the most notes on Singled Out because it's
Because
a very
it's the best
complicated
one.
game.
Okay.
So it would start off with 50 singles competing for one special someone.
Okay.
So each game began with the main contestant, the picker, being escorted out onto the set, blindfolded in front of 50 potential dates. So he could never see the quote unquote dating pool.
It's like The Voice for dating.
And then the announcer would describe each person.
Okay.
The picker was then led to a seat facing away from them, and then they put a wall in between them. He was presented a board with 6 categories, which ranged to physical attributes,
Yep.
which would never fly today, to preferences in lovemaking, to like leisure activities.
It's like
And so
what
was,
makes them a romantic partner, basically.
yes.
Yeah.
And then the picker had to like eliminate one of the categories. And after eliminating a choice, all the contestants who fit that choice left
Walk
the dating
off.
pool.
Okay, I remember that.
And they were like, he was behind a wall, remember? So they
Jenny
would just keep
was
filling
kind of
it.
like the Vanna. right?
Yes, and she was like reading off the attributes. Who was this?
Yes.
Who needs to go? Like
She's managing the board.
she's managing the board.
Honestly, a very important task.
Exactly. And then they like narrow it down once they get to, I think, 8 from that category situation.
Okay.
The picker then asks a series of questions to the
I
remaining 8.
remember. And they like interview them.
Yes. And like one example is, if you had me alone in a limousine for 3 hours, what would you do to me?
Do they like describe it?
Yes. And then other ones were like stunt oriented questions where like they would like hit a paddle ball a number of times with the female host like relaying the potential date's performance. So Jenny McCarthy would be like, she's doing great. Like
Wait,
volley for
I
serve.
don't
Well, not
remember
that, but it would be either an activity or it would be personal questions. It kind of sounds like a truth or dare-ish
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
How do they decide which they did? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
I remember they had like the red velvet looking wall and they had the gold frames and it had like the topics in the gold frames.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the thing she was talking about with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
categories.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
I just
wait.
remember that visually
Yeah.
sticks
Is
out in
there
my
like
head.
a seat that's a heart that he sits in, or did I make that up?
It might have, you might be conflating it with one of the other shows, but I feel like there was one and it might have been that one because he didn't see anything.
I don't, for some reason, I remember a big heart. I'm going to look it up. You
Okay.
keep going.
If the picker was satisfied with the answer or the performance, he would.
It's not a heart. It's a huge, red chair.
yes.
But I remember that. And that's like their throne, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they like win
Yep.
as the picker.
Sorry, go ahead.
So if they were satisfied with the answer or performance from those 8, he or she would, quote, keep the contestant, advancing them to the final round.
Okay.
And if not, they would dump them, and then they would be, like, dumped. And they were, like, sometimes the last remaining 8 dumped would have, like, markers. Like, they'd have, like, a toilet seat around their neck. Or, like, they would be,
I
like,
remember
shamed.
that.
I remember the toilet seat around the neck.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did we get away with
No,
all of
it's, like,
this?
crazy shit. These promises are wild. Or, like, a bag with a sad face on it.
Oh my God.
Or a pageant
yes.
slash that was, like,
Yeah, like
dumped.
dunce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dumped.
Yeah,
That is
it
what
was
it
always,
said.
like, you're dumped, you know?
Whoa.
The round continued until there were 3 contestants that were kept. So they would keep asking questions or doing activities until you got to the final 3. And then the wall was removed behind the picker to reveal like a walkway with several spaces. And the 3 finalists, like, basically it was like a game board where they would be like, ask
What?
questions to like get to him.
What?
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, that
and
part
like
I don't remember.
occasionally a question might be worth like 2 steps. So
Says
the 3
who?
of them,
Jenny McCarthy?
Says Jenny McCarthy. Actually, she was in charge. She was the president of Singled Out. We should ask her about it.
Wow. Was she a nobody then, or was she a somebody?
No, she was. This is how she like got her start
Wow. Okay, cool.
as the host. It's kind of like a la Meghan Markle on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of women who just like aspire to be hosts and then get discovered.
Vanna White.
But she's not an actress, is
She
she?
never got discovered. You know.
She's like the mascot of all hosts, though.
No, she really
is. She
is.
not?
She's a household name.
You want to know
for
what's funny? Can
Wheel
you
of
picture
Fortune.
her face?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Blonde hair.
Yeah, that's all I can see is blonde hair and a banging bod.
Yeah,
no
slam
face.
and bod.
She
She-
never spoke a word.
She has no face in my mind.
Yeah, me neither. She must
She's-
have really nice teeth, though.
I'm gonna look her up while you're talking.
Okay.
Keep going.
So after a couple had been made,
She
the
must have. Who says she has nice teeth? Wait, that went over my head and then came back.
Well, she just
Why do you
should
just
ha-
assume she has white teeth?
because she's on display. That would be foolish if she had ugly teeth.
Whoa. Oh, that's what she looks like now. I was like, ooh. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
So after a couple had been made, the 2 contestants were placed back to back, while Hardwick read a description of the winning player to the picker. The contestants were then turned around to meet each other for the first time, and their trip and prizes were described to them. You know, they could win like random shit,
Oh
trips
yeah, they
and stuff
went
like that.
on a trip or
Yeah.
something. I remember that.
The thing that is amazing, though, is the editing must have been crazy because if you imagine 50 contestants to
No,
go
how do you
through,
even get them
And
on
then
the
I guess they
stage?
eliminate them pretty quick because
They
it's
do.
like big categories.
I just remember Jenny standing there and literally like 20 women walking past and her just making commentary.
Yes.
So, ooh, bye. Ooh, see you later, Blondie. Like, I could just see her heckling them.
Yes.
Before they get like their toilet seat on their head or whatever.
All right. So then in 1998, there was this show called Change of Heart. Do you remember this one?
I remember the title, but I don't remember the show.
So it's kind of like the Jerry Springer of dating shows.
Ooh.
The basic concept is that a couple comes on the show and one of them goes on a date with a new person.
I remember
And
the
then
show.
all 3 gather on the couch for some real talk about like what went down and whether they stay in their original relationship or they break up after
have a change
one
of
date
heart.
with someone else.
But I think all of the couples come in with like a very specific problem, if I recall.
Yes.
And then they pair them with someone that's better suited based on that problem.
Yes.
And so what happens is like they get sort of
But
intoxicated.
it got feisty and it got
The people would fight. I remember this.
Yeah.
Who was the host?
I don't have
For
it
some
in
reason,
here.
I know it's not him. I just see
but-
Tom Bergeron in my head.
Note though, Ryan Seacrest did fill in as a host at one point in 2000 to 2001.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so Ryan Seacrest was getting into the hosting gig early on.
Yeah, I mean,
And that was
Jenny
like right
McCarthy,
before American
good
Idol.
move.
I mean, like dumping your partner on national television, like what
That's
beats that?
Crazy.
It's so insane.
Also, I don't remember any specific person or any specific situation, but I do remember thinking like, no way she leaves them. And then to your point, like Jerry Springer, she'd be like
I'm out.
explaining it. Yep. No, literally she'd be like, mic drop.
Yes.
And like jump into the arms of a
Bye.
stranger.
Yes.
Crazy.
I know. It's such good TV though.
Next.
All right, so next is Blind Date,
Of course.
1999 to 2006.
Is that the one that had the bubbles, the pop-up bubbles?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like on the CW or something weird.
It wasn't that the WB11 then?
Yeah, it changed channels.
But it wasn't on MTV. It was like a weird.
It wasn't MTV.
Yeah, it was like a late at night
UPN
show,
where I
wasn't
lived.
it?
Oh, maybe it was UPN. That channel has changed 10 times.
A million times. And it was like 9 and then it was like 11. Like
Yeah.
it changed a lot.
I remember.
And this is like the idea of like before Match and before Bumble. Like going on a blind date was like a novelty.
Honestly, that's crazy.
Isn't that wild? And now it's just like Tuesday.
Yeah. Great point.
So it's so silly. But anyway, on Blind Date, the producer set up 2 people who have never met and follow them around with a camera all night. And then they play back the date on TV, adding like funny commentary in the form of subtitles, animation, and thought bubbles.
Yeah.
The thought bubbles were really funny.
like I have a snapshot of a guy and a girl getting dropped off at the end of the date, and the kiss thing is awkward, and the chat bubble comes up,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, get her, like her breath smells.
Yes,
Get it
yes,
out. Get her out of here.
yes.
And I can't,
Ooh, sloppy.
and
Yeah.
I feel like they were older, a lot of them.
no, definitely.
Because I don't think they were like young kids on this show. I feel like these were like
No,
Yeah.
it did
grown ass
say
adults.
it was.
Although maybe I
Well,
just
yeah, it
thought they were,
probably
and they were
felt
like
like-
fucking 35.
well, it was 2 attractive
Yeah.
people in their 20s and 30s. So,
so, like-
standard issue dating show.
Okay, maybe I just thought they were older.
They would do 1 or 2 activities before having dinner, often hanging out in a jacuzzi. Do you remember that? That's where
So many
some good thought
jacuzzis.
bubbles. And then like they'd be on the other side
Yes. Oh my
and
god,
sitting
that's
there
so
like
funny.
this is so awkward sitting in a
I haven't
bath
thought about
with a
this
stranger.
in a really long time.
I know, it's so good. And then the date would end. The show did do a lot of variations on its themes. Like some episodes took place in other cities, even other countries, same-sex couples, older daters, and there would be like some explicitly stated hot dates or quote-unquote dates from hell. And then like after the fact that they could label them, like if the couple like really were into each other and started making out in the jacuzzi,
Yes.
or it was a total train wreck, it would be like the date from hell, and they would like
Yes.
start billing them that way. So there was a lot of branding, and then it would it would indicate whether or not like people sort of took it too far. But that was Blind Date.
pop bubbles were such a thing. Do you remember pop up video?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Pop up video.
Honestly,
Yeah.
again, I say bring it back because now we watch everything in subtitles anyway. Give me some pop ups.
Also, it's so funny because it's not what they were thinking. So someone behind the scenes was coming up with those, which makes it even funnier to me.
course.
Where some creative
Did you
person
just
was narrating it.
clarify that thought bubbles didn't just by osmosis shoot out what they were actually thinking?
No, but
what
what
a
I'm
crazy
saying
comment.
is that
That was somebody's
obviously.
job.
It was somebody's
Yeah,
job
they're
to
just
I
be
would love
creative
that
and
job.
funny. I
They're
just think-
literally writing a cartoon.
exactly,
It's
but I
so
think it's a
fun.
nod to how well the show was produced, even though it's a shitty show.
Oh yeah,
Because
I
it was
agree.
actually funny, the
Of
things that they
course,
were coming up
Kyle,
with.
the producer, is appreciating the artistry of Blind Date.
No, I just want to shout out the people who are behind the
No, I
scenes,
actually,
you know?
now
They
that you
never
put
get
it
the
that way,
credit.
I
Hey.
agree with you.
It's like they had to be funny. It's like the same way when I watch Bravo and I'm like, oh, they fucking did her dirty. That's awesome.
the editors
you know?
are funny on Bravo.
The editors are funny.
But do you
so
think
I
that they
appreciate
hired
that.
comedians or just regular writers? That's the real question.
I don't know if the show is high profile enough to have real comedians.
No,
in there.
no, like aspiring comedians.
Next, I want to talk about, I'm going to save one because I know that you like it. So I want to get to Room Raiders. Do you remember Room
Oh my
Raiders?
god.
Oh my god, the black light, they would look for the
Wouldn't
comma.
they-
Yes,
The,
dude.
the guy would come out or whatever, and then the girl would go, or vice versa, would
Okay,
go
so
into
this is
the
what would happen.
room.
Can I guess? Can I see if I remember?
Yes.
Okay, so what would happen is the one half of the couple would apply to room raiders, and they're like, I need you to go in and like see what's happening in my partner's room. Then they would come, surprise them, take them out, and see what was in there.
No. It's the
Wouldn't
right
they
concept.
wouldn't they like grab them and like put a thing over their head?
I thought they like kidnapped him. Yeah, I agree.
All
All right, tell me the truth.
Well, they weren't dating. That's the only thing you got wrong. It's a dating show. So these were all single people.
You would do 3 rooms and you would pick who you wanted.
It was one single man or woman would go into 3 single man or woman's room, and they'd snoop around and do the thing. So they would snatch them out of their rooms.
Honestly,
that was the whole narrative.
That's a better concept than the one
But it was single, and so then you would pick them based on their room. So that's why they would like go deep.
And honestly, let's think about your room at age. How old are these people? 20? Well, let's say, are they like in college? Imagine them raiding our 505.
No, dude, please don't.
No one would ever date us.
I mean, they would just find cigarette butts everywhere. It's fine.
Very good
like,
point.
This bitch is dirty.
Very good point. Okay, keep going. That's a great...
No, but also...
They did a lot of black lights to look for cum on the bed. That's what I remember.
They did.
That was like their staple.
That was their...
That's when they built the dramatic out. They're like, all right, now it's time.
Also,
and they like flip the light.
I was going to say also...
After the break.
When it was like... When it was
They're going
like,
to hit it. It goes to commercial.
When it was like splatter art, though, it was really funny.
No, it was. And sometimes it was like savage.
No, I know. Like on the walls. You remember like...
Yes.
I distinctly remember one. I can picture the girl. I can't picture the guy. And it was like on the ceiling. And she's like, how did it get up there? It literally was everywhere.
No, it was horrific.
Meanwhile, I feel like the black light, it's like any liquid. It's probably not actually semen everywhere.
It's not cleanliness, though.
True.
So,
I mean,
regardless of what it is.
Straight up foul.
Yes.
But not necessarily semen.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the whole like snatching narrative was you tried to catch them while their room was dirty. You know what I mean? So they didn't have time to prepare.
That's what I remember.
So
about
that's why
snatching.
they snatched you. But whether or not this is true, we're all living in that fantasy.
But here's the thing: you applied to room raiders at one point. Now I'm going to get into like the fourth wall.
Exactly.
So
you never know when it's going to happen.
They're going to come clean out the weird shit in your drawers
The second you apply.
The second you apply, and don't bring it back until you've been.
But it's like the likelihood of getting onto any reality TV show is so low that you're like,
have to have
I can't clean
you
my
that
room.
You're going to be on it before they come.
Yeah, but just be you. Maybe they were all just being authentically them.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you wouldn't clean up. Don't be fucking.
Honestly, I was thinking about it. It's not even that. I just wouldn't have the stamina to keep it clean for that long.
No, I'd lose faith. I might clean it the day I applied and then be like,
same.
fuck it, they didn't pick me.
When the novelty wears off, the ADHD
I'm like,
kicks
fine,
in.
they didn't pick me for
Love
room
it.
raiders.
Love it.
Bonus fact, Zac Efron made a cameo on Room Raiders in 2005 as the special guest star from the WB show Summerland. Do you remember Summerland?
Wait, because Jesse McCarthy was in it.
Obsessed with Summerland.
Yeah, but it was Aunt Becky.
It was Aunt Becky and Jesse McCartney and apparently Zac Efron, which I don't remember.
Zac Efron? I don't.
He must have been really minor,
little.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before Aunt Becky was a criminal?
Yeah, but after
Full House.
Yeah, this was like her big thing, actually.
It was like 2 seasons, and me and Allie loved it.
There was the guy that ended up on True Blood, the blonde. He was the big brother. He was great.
He was great.
I don't remember even what the show was about. I just remember random
it was
facts.
like a beach town or something. I don't know.
Stupid.
It didn't matter, but Zac Efron made a cameo on Room Raiders, and no one should ever forget that.
Well, what that tells me is that only you and Allie were watching Summerland and no one else because they had to go on Room Raiders to promote it.
Honestly, excellent point. It's so pathetic. But me and Allie were big fans, Zach. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go now to Parental Control.
Oh, I loved Parental Control.
This one I don't remember. I remember the name, but I don't remember.
Can I see if I can remember it?
Yes.
I just remember like angry dads hated their daughters' boyfriends because they were like trashy or mean or just like or treated her like crap or whatever. So they would pick 3 guys that the daughter would date, and she would. And if she picked one of them, the dad would like rub it in the
Yes, that is the exact.
And
premise.
wait, but
I love that.
And
now it's
the
coming
kid
back
would
to
have
me.
to like dump their significant other
and they would
on
get
TV.
and they would get all mad. But some of those felt like plants. Like some of those actors were being so like
dramatic,
mean to their girlfriends.
Yes,
or I guess.
Well, didn't they?
Parents?
Maybe this is a false memory. Didn't they have to sit with the parents and
Yeah,
watch?
on the couch.
Yeah.
Yes. And they would all watch the TV, and they would talk
Together.
shit. The dad would be
Yeah,
like,
he'd be
"Oh,
like,
you're done
"See?
for, buddy."
Yeah.
Yes. I remember it so vividly.
That's so.
And she's like, "Oh, that dude's a clown. She ain't gonna pick him.
Yes.
You're done, buddy.
gosh.
Yeah, they were always very
It's over,
thuggy.
pal." Like,
Yeah,
it was
true.
so funny.
That was ridiculous.
No, that was a great one. And then Date My Mom, which is in a similar vein when we got the parents involved. That was 2004 to 2006 on MTV. Also, Parental Control lasted for 7 seasons.
Whoa.
Isn't that insane?
That was so good.
And that
I
one
love
didn't.
that show.
Brandon's so giddy.
It
That one,
was so funny,
that
though.
one didn't even register for me right away, even when you said the thing.
No, but do you remember the couch and when the dads would get really mad?
No, yes.
And then they would do it vice versa, too.
Yeah, the girlfriend and the mom would
The
be
girlfriend
catty
and the mom would be
bitching at each
catty and
other.
bitching at each other. And
Yeah.
the son was like, all right, fine, I'll date 3 other girls.
Yes.
And then dump my girlfriend live on television.
Yeah, but again, like to your point, are they really doing that? I don't know about that.
We need to live in the fantasy because this was real.
Yeah.
This dad was mad at this.
Yes.
His
Little
daughter's
fake
boyfriend.
shithead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fake. Lose
Real
that.
shithead.
Okay, so Date My Mom, 2004 to 2006. So in 18, do you remember this one? I mean, the
Kind of.
name kind of speaks for
Gives
itself.
it away.
All right, so an 18 to 24-year-old goes on 3 separate dates with 3 separate moms who try to convince, like the moms try to convince the single person to date their son or daughter.
Okay, so I didn't remember that until you said it, but now I remember it.
And then each episode weirdly ended in like this elaborate beachfront sort of scene.
Really?
When they would like try and usher their children with the person they found to fall in love.
So the mom would pick.
The mom
who
would
the
pick.
daughter was gonna date.
Or son, vice versa.
Oh, the mom is picking. I thought
So
the
wait,
moms
then the
were
mom would go on
auditioning.
dates.
The moms would like,
go on dates with girls too.
no, the moms would, yeah, I guess. In theory, the moms would go on dates with their
that's
son or daughter.
A good point. Or because it's Date My Mom, it's not Date My Dad. I was
Yes.
gonna say
Yeah, it was
send the
Date My
dad.
Mom. It was probably more,
I'm sure they just dated guys.
I'm sure they just dated guys for the daughter.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying. Woo! Okay.
I just wanted to get there because they're, again, you know, these are horrible premises. So they're not technically sound.
Yeah, we're not critiquing them for how buttoned up they are. That's for
exactly,
sure.
Exactly. Definitely a little rough around the edges. But anyway, all right. So this is the one that I know you want to get to, which is Next.
Oh.
And Next was 2005 to 2008 on MTV. They're just literally churning out dating shows for these like 6 years.
Oh, when you said churning out, I thought you were going to say my favorite thing about Next is when someone walks on like the bus or off the bus and they see them and
In a
they're like,
second?
they don't even say one word. They're like,
Next.
Next. And they walk back.
Yes. So for those of you who have not seen Next,
Oh my God, it's so good.
it was sequential blind dates with like up to 5 single people known as the quote unquote daters, and they were secluded on an RV.
I remember them coming off the bus and the screen would pause and it would be all their stats.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
It's
and
so
it would like
fun.
freeze and like not even stats. It was like things about them. Like
That
I
were
like fruit roll ups.
So silly.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. And the way they would freeze frame them was always unflattering.
Yes.
I feel like they were
It's almost
not
like they
doing
were
them
hanging
dirty.
off like the trolley.
Yes. Like in San
Yes,
Francisco going down the
exactly.
street.
Exactly. It was so cheesy.
Yes, agreed.
But
so good. Just
they
to
were all on
clarify.
the next bus, and the best part about it is when they got kicked off, they had to
went
go back and
back to
talk
the
about
bus?
it.
Yeah.
And they would be like, "Bro, what happened in there?"
Oh my God, I forgot.
And they
all
could,
went
like,
back to the bus.
debrief.
I do remember this.
Also, when I was doing some research, it was a staggering 288 episodes, which is fucking wild.
wait a minute.
And it said
how many
Next-
seasons?
Next walked so Tinder could run,
On
and it's like
it's literally Tinder in real life.
in real time. Next, this is it's the first version of Swipe Left.
Which, like I said, that was my favorite part is when they would swipe egregiously.
First step on the bus. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. We don't need to waste my time. But there was up to 5 of them.
Okay.
Oh, and then it was known for the contestant introductions being like historic. Each person like aired out their quirks and dirty laundry. Like it was it was infused in it.
ridiculous stats.
In 3 very confused. It was only 3, and they were very confusing bullet points. I think I sent one to you guys the other day that was
You
like
did.
really
I
silly.
didn't read the bullet points though.
Oh, and the dark detail is the dater racks up $1 for every minute the date lasts. Remember the money element?
Oh my God, I forgot.
So like they wanted
there's-
to stay. So if they got nexted really quick, you got no money.
Yes. I forgot. The money actually did not even come
I
into
forgot
my
about the money.
consciousness. Yeah. That's savage.
And like,
is this MTV? Yes.
no,
right?
this was MTV.
Obviously. What am I saying?
But the van element of it is just like the low production value coupled.
It was an RV, right?
It was an RV, yes. Yeah. But you would walk to the. What does it say?
Okay, sorry. So
Read
I found what Kyle sent me, which was a next example. And the meme says, things were so much simpler in 2005. Then it's the picture of this girl showing her ass, kind of, coming off the bus, hanging off like a trolley, like a slutty trolley. Ashley, 20, first bullet, collects Starburst wrappers. Second bullet, idolizes Bob Barker. Third bullet, pooped in a box and mailed it to her ex-boyfriend.
But like things you need to know about me.
Wait, also,
you know,
like the thing that you said about the chat bubbles makes me think, like, are these even real?
I don't know.
Or do they, like, meaning, do they come on and
the
they
writers?
just...
It's the writers
that's
again.
what I'm saying. They just think that they're getting, like, filmed coming off the bus, but in reality, the writers are creating monsters.
Imagine you signing a waiver and then you're like, oh, the next that I was on is now airing, and you see that they wrote that you pooped in a box. I know.
Like with your new boyfriend, and it's like,
and you're
he
like
just looks
cheesing,
at you. Yeah.
Jumping off the RV, like, let's do this.
That show, again, I say, bring it back.
But reality TV at this time was truly the wild, wild west, because like if any of that's true, like you just signed away your rights to be on TV. Now it's like we've learned a little bit. We're like, there's all these rules. And
what was her name? I want to look her up and see if there's any stories about her.
Ashley, 20, pooped in a box. Just Google that.
Ashley next. Ashley.
Yeah, there's no details of who she is.
All right, so I have two more.
Okay, hit me with them.
A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila.
Okay. I remember it was like The Bachelor, but Tila Tequila. That's all I know.
Yes, and Tila Tequila like had kind of a checkered famous past.
Like Playboy.
Model. Yeah. Like she wasn't the most reputable in Hollywood.
Yeah, it was like trashy Bachelor.
Yes.
And honestly, she dated women too, right? I think it was
this
men and
is
women.
bisexual.
This was a bisexual. It was like a handful of straight men and a handful of lesbians.
That had to have been pretty progressive at that time, no? Because wasn't this one of the really early ones?
Yeah. And it was like the first MTV dating show to feature openly LGBTQ plus contestants.
Wow.
As part of the plot. So she's you
were going to say bipolar.
I was
Might be true
bipolar.
too, but that's not what you meant.
No, she is bisexual.
Okay.
And so she had 10 men and 10 women who vied for Tila's heart.
I remember this coming on and me thinking this was so scandalous.
I know.
And
I loved it too.
I loved it. And it was so good. And she was like equally into the women, I remember. And I hadn't ever seen that on TV like
She
that
picked a woman.
in reality. Oh, she did?
She ended up picking a woman and they didn't last.
Oh, what was the woman's name? Do you remember? Or did you see it?
Oh, wait, no, the winner was a man, and he posted on MySpace that she had never, like, contacted him, and she torpedoed her own career by, like, supporting Hitler. Like, it got really messy.
Whoa,
so it
that
ended
took a
poorly.
dark turn.
Yeah. And also, like, weird.
Okay, but
And MySpace. So, like, let's just set the scene for where we're at.
So was he writing a statement publicly
Like,
to
basically,
her?
he went on, they said they, like, went on the show, and then after the show, she like never reached out afterwards to be like, hey.
Oh, so she just did the show to do the show.
And I think there was supposed to be a Tila Tequila 2.
I remember that. I think there was.
She never reached out.
No, she like didn't
Went
follow
through the whole
up.
show, picked this guy.
Like, hey, I love you. Let's be together.
Well, that means she's an actress.
No, yeah.
100%. This was all.
This was phony.
Yes.
But it captivated me, man.
It really did. And it was kind of like new.
And honestly, was The Bachelor around then? Probably, right?
I don't remember when The Bachelor started.
Because that multiple dating concept is like, we do that all this now.
Yes, totally.
But for
this
some
is
reason it
different.
seemed so
well,
scandalous
Singled
at
Out
the
was
time.
still 50 people. It was just in a truncated format.
Yeah, but they're not like dating, kissing, hooking up.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah, totally. Agreed with that. Because they like lived in a house, didn't
That's
they?
what I'm saying. Yeah, it was honestly like Trashy Bachelor.
Well, and
if
then
I
my last
recall.
one, which is very similar, is Flavor of Love.
Okay,
Which
so
I loved.
so I never watched it.
You didn't?
The finale was the only one that I never watched, but I watched.
He got 3 shots. He got 3 seasons to fall in love.
No, I know, and I never watched any of them except I watched other shows that people from Flavor of Love came from. went to, and then I would watch old clips and like felt like I watched it, but I never actually watched it.
No, I loved it. And I wasn't like allowed to watch, and it was on VH1.
Yes.
I wasn't allowed to watch VH1 or MTV. So I remember, again, me and my sister would sneak down in the basement and like watch these shows that we weren't supposed to watch. And Flavor of Love was so good. He always had the watch. And like if you were the clock, sorry. And then if you were a woman he selected, you would get a clock necklace. It wasn't a rose. No. It was a clock necklace. And it was huge.
Hysterical.
And they were like, thank you. You know
Isn't
what I mean?
that's what New York is from? That woman?
Yeah, it's the one he chose, the sporty one.
Yeah, did he choose her? Is that why she's so famous?
Yeah.
Which one?
That was either the first or the last one I can't remember.
Yeah, because there was 3 seasons.
New York.
It was, they all lived together and they competed in this huge mansion in California.
Well, do you remember there was mega controversy about the girl spitting on the other girl?
Yes.
So that's when I got hooked.
Yeah. And I actually remember that.
On clips. So I never watched it, but the spit heard around the world brought me to where I belonged, which was in the trash TV.
And he like had help from his bodyguard and chauffeur named Big Rick. And Big Rick would like give good commentary and like really give his boy some very good advice about all of these like hoes vying for his heart. He also was assisted by his mother, which was fucking incredible.
What was she doing?
She was like giving advice. She was like involved in the mansion. So like he would like go to her for.
But how old is Flavor Flav that his mom is helping him pick out a woman?
I mean, this was in 2008.
How old is he now? To me,
probably
Flavor Flav is like
in his
decrepit.
50s. I bet he's in his 50s now.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
And then he also had help from his former romantic partner Bridget Nielsen in the first season.
Whoa.
Flavor Flav is 65.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. I can't do math, so how old was he then?
In each show,
49.
all of the contestants were given nicknames by Flav.
Oh, that's why she goes by New York.
Exactly, because they were never, he said he could only remember nicknames. So they were all given nicknames, and then like when they won, their like real name was revealed.
Oh, he didn't even know their real names?
He didn't know their real names. And I mean, he might have quote unquote known them, but like he like at the first ceremony, he's like, da, da, da. And then that's what they go by in the house. And then when you like
win.
Yeah, when you win, it's like, this is Isabel.
It's Flavor Flav. Oh my God.
No, it's so crazy.
So what was the point though? He was looking for a wife? Like what was he doing there?
Flavor of Love.
I thought it was always weird that what's her name? Bridget
Nielsen.
Nielsen was on there giving him like.
She was the one that was in Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Rocky 4 with.
She's like a big
Yvonne Drago.
Short hair. Yes.
I'm gonna look her up. Keep going.
Bridget Nielsen was just a very hulking woman.
But he's so skinny and small.
I know.
Yeah, that's why the
dynamic was good.
Over him.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, I know who she is.
You know who she is.
I thought she was a lesbian, to be quite honest.
Well, she was into Flav, and then she helped him find love. So
that's weird. Okay.
Wow. That's my last reality show.
What a ride. Okay, so I'm going to quiz you on not current, what Gen Z grew up on. If they were to do this episode, what would they talk about?
So playing by the rules, I see.
Correct. Okay, so Gen Z dating shows, there are tons. A lot of them are ones that are still popular now. Most of them are.
Okay.
Which reality dating show challenges singles to avoid physical contact to win the cash prize?
Bachelor?
Nope. They can't touch. In Bachelor, they like bang.
Yeah, that's true. I got distracted.
40 days and 40 nights.
No, but it's like that.
Hang on. I don't know.
Too hot to handle. Every time they like hook up, they lose money out of the cash pot.
In Too Hot to Handle, is that like this era though? That's not on now, is it?
That's on. Yeah, it's been on recently. I mean, Harry Jowsey is from that. He's like not
Who's
been famous.
Harry Jowsey?
Okay, let's keep going. In which show are couples?
Should I know who that is?
Yes.
I don't know.
In which show are couples put to the test in a villa with public voting to decide their fate?
Public voting?
If you listen to my recommendations, you would know what this is.
Oh, fuck me.
You know
Love
it.
Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
What'd you say?
Island.
Love
Island.
Oh, fucking Love Island.
What is the grand prize for contestants who successfully resist temptation in Too Hot to Handle?
Money.
Yeah. How much?
$1 million.
No, I think it's just like $100,000.
I think.
Okay, I've never heard of this, watched this, know nothing about this, so don't ask me any follow-ups. F-Boy Island is hosted by which comedian known for her sarcastic humor?
Do I get multiple choice?
No, just guess.
It's Chelsea Handler.
Close. She would have been on the multiple choice. It's Nikki Glazer.
Oh,
she's like everywhere now.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the main twist in Are You the One that makes contestants work together?
Competition.
Well, yes, but what's the main premise of Are You the One?
Questions.
No, everyone is pre-matched. You have like a soulmate and you're looking for them, but you don't know who it is. You have to like figure it out. That's why it's Are You the One? I just happen to have watched that. I didn't do any research. I just remember. That might be slightly off too.
So what was the answer?
I just said it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Everyone has a predetermined perfect match.
Okay, that was the short answer. Also, that's a hard question. Keep going.
It's called Are You the One? It's not that crazy. Literally,
there's a lot of ways.
Are You the One is a longer way of saying we've determined your match. Try to figure out who it is. No.
By
complex.
transitive property, maybe, but keep going.
Okay. Which show famously lets contestants couple up and then recouple if they aren't happy?
Bachelor in Paradise?
No, this was a trick.
Why?
Because it's Love Island again, baby. Watch the show. Last time I'm going to say it.
Technically, you should give me that point because that is the premise of Bachelor in Paradise as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
I didn't even listen to your answer. I couldn't tell you what it was. I was just so focused on the fact that you weren't
knew I was going to be
Island,
wrong. Yeah,
and I was thinking about saying you need to watch it. Last time I'll say it, and I wasn't listening.
Hurtful, but
okay. So I've kind of talked about my final thoughts the whole time, but I'm just going to reiterate.
Yes, please.
I could not louder for the people in the back. Bring all these back. This is not one that can stay in the past. I want them back in their original forms.
Yes.
Do you know how infrequent that is my final thought? In the form that you were in. I don't even want a 2025 version next year. I want singled out.
Room raid me. Get my parents to pick my
Put
boyfriend.
Jenny McCarthy's ass back on the fucking
Single
wheel.
me out.
Put her in.
Could
Chris
not agree
Hardwick's
more.
probably not doing anything.
I bet he's not busy.
Available.
Yeah.
And next, let me see what those writers got today. Now that we are in a generation where you can't say anything not PC.
Seriously.
Challenge accepted. Huh?
Yeah, I love it.
I'm down.
I'm on board.
Who do we write to?
MTV
Okay.
as a whole?
I feel
Conglomerate?
Honestly, what have they put out lately?
Teen Mom.
That's so old now. They're literally like
It's still on though.
grandparents at
Yeah,
this
exactly.
point.
It's like
Generation DDDDD.
Yeah.
One of them I
Grand
saw in a
teen mom.
magazine the other day. She's got like 17 kids.
Yeah.
She just never stopped popping them out.
Procreating,
And
yeah.
there's like a bunch of baby daddies. It's really a mess.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bring this back. This is
bring
like
this the fuck back.
It's such fun, silly TV.
And I'm not saying this in a funny way. I truly want this back. This is not a joke. I mean it. I'm going to talk to someone about it.
MTV, please
Hear
hear
us roar.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Any other final thoughts?
No, I completely
You're
agree.
on the bandwagon?
I'm on the bandwagon.
Brandon?
I'm going to start a
bandwagon.
letter writing campaign.
Let's wrap it up, huh?
Yeah.
We are what are we doing next week? Oh, I know.
Oh, yay. I'm
Okay,
excited
so
about this one.
Brandon does not want to do this topic. He's so pouty about it. He's going to not contribute and whine the whole time. But at the end of the day, it might be the most important topic we will ever cover on Musty Millennials. And that is Disney Channel original movies. See you soon. We are the mustiest, dustiest, crustiest you ever did see. Bye.
She was
Was that a fart?
It was my belly.
2006.
Also, you did that to me this morning. You were like, go potty and take care of the kids. Like, you just say that's my stomach. The kids aren't here. You don't have to say belly. He literally directed me this morning. He was like, go potty, then can you take care of the kids? Go potty. No wonder they don't listen to us. We speak like fucking idiots. It's ridiculous. Sorry.